Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you and tell you how to measure a door for replacement. This will be a super easy tutorial, so let's get right into the video. As you can see right here, I have this door, and measuring a door for when you want to replace that door can be really easy, or it can be a little bit more difficult with regards to a few extra steps. First and foremost, you have to understand there's the door, okay? And then there's the door jamb, which goes around the door. So if you want to measure a door, let's say I'm keeping all of this trim, I'm keeping the door jamb, which is like the casing or the framing around the door. Framing is a little bit different, but you can think about it as the framing around the door. If I'm keeping that and I just want to replace the actual swinging door itself, then what I need to do is measure from one end of the door to the other end. So literally go from one end of the door to the other end of the door, take your measuring tape, start at that end, go to the other end. This is 32 inches. So if I wanted to just replace the door, I would have to buy a 32-inch door wide, and there's also the height, okay? So there's also the height. I would then have to measure the height of this door right here, okay? So I'm gonna hold the measuring tape at the bottom, we're gonna send it up to the top. This is actually an 80-inch door. So this is 32 inches wide by 80 inches tall, okay? Now the height on some doors can be trimmed. So your door might not be an exact replica of the one that you might be buying. The width should be the same, but if your door is slightly shorter than one that you're gonna find, you might be able to trim it. It all depends. You have to look at the door itself. Every door is different. So that's what you gotta do if you're gonna be replacing just the door. If you want to replace the door with a pre-hung door or create your own door jamb, okay? So you can buy a pre-hung door, which is essentially a door that is within its own casing, okay? And then you literally just pop it in the rough opening, which the rough opening is like behind the walls, the actual space there, the actual space from a 2x4 to a 2x4 or a 2x6, depending on what you're using, okay? If you're doing that, then you need to measure your rough opening to make sure that you have enough space for the entire door jamb and the actual door itself. So I'm gonna open this up, and basically in this case I could not replace it with a pre-hung door as is, because basically in order to put a pre-hung door in place, the trim has to come off, okay? And the actual jamb has to come out too. Once you remove the trim and the jamb, the door jamb itself, which is like this little piece over here on the sides and the top of the door, you're gonna measure your rough opening, which is the distance from the piece of wood that's behind the wall here to the piece of wood that's behind the wall over here. With that rough opening in mind, you're gonna look for a new pre-hung door or door casing that will fit within that rough opening. So let's say my rough opening was, just for the sake of argument, let's say it was 36 inches, okay? You need at least a quarter of an inch on each side minimum. Probably you want closer to half an inch, hopefully, that you can put shims in there to sort of make that door plumb and straight, okay? And even and level. So you can't buy a door jamb that's the exact size of your rough opening. You need to buy a door jamb that's slightly smaller. So if you want to replace your entire door, including the door jamb, the trim's got to come off, the door jamb has to come off, you measure the rough opening, and your pre-hung door or your door jamb that you're going to be building should be, you know, slightly smaller than the opening that you have to work with, because you're going to have to shim it and make it nice and plumb. That's it. That is how to measure a door for replacement. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.